Okie dokie, thank you for joining me yet again, or in a video wherein yet again I will be reading a paragraph to you, such as the one located just behind me. Embedded within it are the potential for errors related to grammar, syntax, punctuation, and so forth. Please keep that in mind as you listen to me read. Afterwards, I'm going to do my best to step out of frame and ask that you pause the video to make corrections independently. Resume when you'd like to make corrections with me, and I would hope that your corrections align with my own. Of course, there are alternatives to what I'm providing. If that's the case and you'd like to share what those are, please include it in the comment section below. I would very much appreciate it, and I'm sure it would benefit others as well. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get started by reading. All right, excuse me. All right, with his new equipment, Melius began to make short, simple films. Soon, however, he started to film the magic acts that was being performed at the theater he owned in Paris, France. By 1896, he was producing his first, quote, trick films, using special effects and multiple exposures to create certain illusions. In his films, people and objects often seemed to transform physically, or they appeared and then vanished mysteriously. The effects were quite entertaining. He also experimented with editing techniques that allowed him to make longer and more complex moving pictures. The imaginative movies that Melius made influenced the future of filmmaking. All right, well, that's a fun fact. All right, go ahead and pause here to make those corrections, and I'm hoping you can read that. Yes, you can. And resume when you're ready to go. Okay, I've got my pen, I'm moving, let's get started. All right, with his new equipment, Melius began to make short, comma, we're describing these types of films. It's a series, so short, comma, simple films, period. Soon, comma, however, and this will be our positive, so we're splicing it in using commas. He start to film, past tense, started, ed. To film the magic, which is misspelled, that J should be a G, and that I should, let me just rewrite the whole thing, because it's gonna be all squished. All right, M-A-G-I-C is the spelling of magic acts that was being performed at the theater he owned, which is also misspelled. It should be N-E-D, in Paris, France. And you want to separate the name of the city Paris with a comma from its country. Also, both Paris and France are proper nouns. Therefore, they both need to be capitalized in addition to the included comma, which I'm adding. All right, so by 1896, he was producing his first, quote, trick films using special effects. So I'm going to change this to the correct spelling, E-F-F-E-C-T-S, and multiple exposures to create certain, which is also misspelled, C-E-R-T-A-I-N, illusions. In his films, people and objects often seem to transform physically, misspelled, meaning of the body, so P-H-Y-S-I-C-A-L-L-Y, or they appeared and then vanished. Oh my gosh, so many misspells. V-A-N-I-S-H-E-D, vanished. Mysteriously. The effects were quite entertaining. He also experimented with editing techniques that allowed him to make longer, more complex moving pictures. The imaginative, yikes, misspelled, I-M-A-G-I-N, imaginative, A-T-I-V-E, movies that Melius made influenced the future of filmmaking. And thus, for me at least, concludes the corrections that I have found. Again, if you found alternatives or if you want to provide another revision or edit, by all means include that in the comment section. All right, subscribe if you want to continue to practice with me, and like the video, please, if you did find it helpful. All right, thank you for joining me.